Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. Today we are in Fedmarch, where we are heading out to find out what happened to Marigoth. Make sure that nothing untoward's happened to her. Maybe she's in Beacon Watch and all nice and hale, but we want to be sure before we go there, especially since there are orcs all about. And let's see. Here we have a fork in the road. Let's make sure. You find another flower along the road. Maricus might be leaving a trail to help locate her. Right, she left a flower on the road. Must have missed the first flower if it said another flower. So, she's dropping flowers to tell us where she is. She runs off. You found another flower. Marigoth must be nearby. Now I doubt she's accidentally dropping. Of course, she's probably not too happy about what we did with the flowers. In other words, trying to lessen the sting when we told her about Aylmer not being available any longer. Now, let's see if we can find any more flowers. Because I'm sure there will be a few more around here somewhere. Let's see. Here's a side path. Right? Anything up here? Now let's head off across just in case something's up around here. Well, we have hounds. That's one thing that we've got here. The question is, do we have orcs around? Or is this a false trail? But if she were simply going along Beacon Watch, then I would think that she wouldn't have bothered dropping those petals. As I said, unless she was just being very neglectful. Let's see what's going on around here. Well, nothing really all that untowards at the moment. Hold on. Here's a bit of a valley. I have discovered Grish Chartofu. Examining the bones littered around the camp of the Boar tribe orcs may yield some information. Well, I didn't find Mirguth, but I did find an orc camp. Another flower from Mirguth leads you up this narrow path. Well, then again, maybe the two lead in the same direction. Well, that's always possible. So let's defeat the Boar tribe orcs. Well, at least they're calling the Boar tribe orcs now to remove any doubt as to their affiliation. It seems clear now that the orcs are responsible for Miragut's disappearance. Well, even though the fact that she ran off or something like that. But I suppose she disappeared even more after that. Alright, there we go. But this warrior there, alright, let's... Oh, hello! Maldor. So obviously Maldor does mean Orc tribe, or I should say Boar tribe, or something like that. Now, let's see what we've got here. Here's a piece of bone. Alright, we'll examine a few of these things and see what else we could find. Ooh. Warriors? Now, I can only hope that Muraguth is still alive and that I've gotten to her in time. Because this is not a good place to be, because orcs, well, they're not always in the mood to take prisoners. Now, let's destroy these supply wagons to give them a little bit more trouble. Just don't want them to discover the lack of supplies before I find Miraguth, because it would be very, very uncomfortable if He burned their food supplies and they decided to look at her as being the next best source. Oh, your friend didn't decide to come and help you? Oh, too bad. That means I get to kill you. Now let's see. How am I doing with all this? See, I need the quests. Alright, killing the orc tribe members, I think that's going to be the easiest thing to do here. Finding bones, I shouldn't have too much trouble finding them around here. In fact, I think I see another bone right up there. Yep, that is another bone. I will presume that I'm going to conclude in the end that they are boar bones, because that would be my guess, because what the type of bones do they have? Well, then there might be human bones. It all depends on what they're doing with them, I guess. Well, let's not think that... We can only hope we don't find Miragut's bones. That's all I gotta say about that. Now, let's see. Ooh, I only have one more orc after this. That's good. I could take care of that. Boy, they are... That does thing look nasty. Now... Oh, hold there. I was thinking, wait, do boars have horns? Yeah, I know they have the tusks in front, of course, but those horns, are they just decoration that they've added to it, or do some boars have horns? I just don't remember ever seeing that being the case. Top of the chain. The boar tribe orc leader's defeat would certainly send the rest of the tribe into disarray. I suppose I could do that. First, though, I gotta deal with this rude fellow who doesn't wait for me to finish reading the quest text. How can I properly present the quest text if someone comes and jumps me from behind? Rude. 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 Now, where were we? Ah, yes. Another bone. So I need one more bone, one more wagon, one leader, and one Miraguth, preferably alive. And there is the last bone right there, which I presume I'm going to conclude are boar bones, but one never knows, as I said before. Now, for you. Oh, come on. Oh, for a moment there I thought that kick failed to interrupt him. Kicks sometimes do that. I'm not sure why. I think the rest of them tend to be a little bit more reliable. I should check into that on the percentages. Right, there you go. Now, let's see. Let's see what type of bones they are. And after examining the bones throughout the camp, you have determined that they are bones of boars. Okay. Well, that's at least is some good news. This thing here is... No idea how to get into there, so I'm not going to worry about it. I do have to worry about this orc, though, before heading on up. And I will presume that I am going to run into the last supply wagon up there. Well, they're not going to need the supplies because I've been killing them all. How convenient. No orcs, no supplies, and I hope in a moment there'll be no prisoner. Well, see, there's a warrior, there's the last supply wagon. Well, alright, fine. I've got AoEs. That's why you get to PvP first. So that you can do the AoEs. And now you're done. And this is done. That's done. And now We should be getting close to the end of the chain here. Aha, yes, there is Feast. Feast. And does she look like she's moving? Well, it looks like she's moving. I'm going to say that's good news. I'm assuming that means that she is alive. At least I hope that's what it means. Well, it looks like she is moving under her own volition. I would presume, though, that if it were within the programming, she'll be shouting encouraging remarks or something like that, but there's only so much you can do in a game like this. So we'll have to take care of that. See, if this were an epic quest, you might be doing that, but side quests, sometimes no. Alright, the boar tribe orc leader has been defeated, creating confusion amongst the rest of the tribe. Hello there.
What brings you to these lands?
I was hoping that you would find my trail. If you had not given me those flowers, I did not know what I would have found. We need to leave here. I feel that it is not safe. Beacon Watch is closer than Fenmarch, so we should go there. Very well. I shall meet you in Beacon Watch. Wait, you're going to give me the reward now? All right, fine.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Now that you've cleared the path through the camp, I think I'll be safe for me to get out of here. I will travel to Beacon Watch as it is nearer and more heavily fortified than Fenmarch. There is a spot near the mead hall that overlooks um Fearinwood. I like to go there when I need to be alone. Beacon Watch is just down the road to the south. Meet me there when you are finished here. Okie dokie. Good luck! Yes, it looks like Beacon Watch is better fortified than Fenmarch. That's good to hear.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Go to Aldburg or Fenmarch. All right. I suppose that is the inevitable pairing that we would have there. So now let's see if we find the mead hall, or at least the areas near it. Ah! Hello there. Good to see that you've made it safely.
Will you aid the horse lords?
I still can't help but be sad, however. I realize that I am fortunate to have my life after being taken by those dreadful orcs. I know in time that the pain will subside, but for now I can't help but to grieve for my misfortune. I shouldn't burden you with my troubles, though. I can't thank you enough for your bravery and your honor. There is no telling what those orcs could have done had you not arrived. Yeah, I know. They would have done some rather nasty things, I presume.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
The boar tribe is dangerous and needs to be dealt with swiftly. I'm afraid that if they're not stopped soon, they will only grow stronger. Our numbers here in the Eastfold are low, and reinforcements will not be coming any time soon. Go speak with Thane Kutha in Beacon Watch and ask for whatever numbers he can spare to assist in our endeavor. All right, fine. I will speak with the Thane, who I will assume is inside the mead hall, because that seems to be where Thanes like to congregate. This is quite an interesting configuration for the chairs. Usually there's one in the center for the Thane, but this place seems to be an exception to that. Hello there, sir.
We must stand by while the minions of Orthunk spread their influence.
Well, yes, there is that problem. I appreciate that you would bring this to my attention. However, you do understand that I am Thane Kutha of Beacon Watch, and that I am beholden to this watch. My sole duty is to stand watch for the lighting of Halifirian. It is the If that beacon is lit, I will personally ride to the east. Besides, I have heard not of these orcs. They can't be too much of a problem. Well, every other thing seems to think that they're a problem. I apologize, but We can't provide you with any assistance at this time. I do, however, give you permission to act as you see fit if you deem these orcs to be a threat. Well, thank goodness for small favors. Apparently, he doesn't feel like he can spare any men, and that if I want to get rid of those orcs, then I should do it myself.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
How could Thane Kutha allow this to take place under his watch? I understand that he's duty bound, but there are some matters that must indeed take priority. Allow me a moment to think.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I can't but help but think back on a story that has passed down to every child of the Mark, the legend of King Folka the Hunter. King Folka was responsible for driving the orcs from the White Mountains. He would not allow any Rohirrim to hunt the beasts of the wood until this was achieved. After the defeat of the White Mountain orcs, he took it upon himself to hunt the fabled boar of Everholt. Would you like to hear that story? Well, I have heard hint of it on occasion. I've even saw a tapestry relating to it. Well, let's see what this story is all about.
MAGIX, daughter of the Thane of Fenmarch, retells the story of King Folka the Hunter and the Boar of Everholt. This tale of bravery and vengeance may illuminate details of history that were lost.
Apparently, a strong musk of orc wafts from the north. I would presume that means that there are either a large number of boars in the area, or there is one very, very big boar. Now, this king apparently decides that he doesn't need much when he's hunting a boar. Like, no backup. Well, at least he has a spear, a nice proper boar hunting weapon, and a shield to hopefully protect him. The boar of Everholt is drinking from the stream. You should attack it while it's unawares. Alright, so... Alright, it is drinking... yes, it's up this way. Aha! That's a big boar. So let's see, this is a spear strike, a shield bash, a puncturing blow, and a 4-rohan. Folka unleashes a powerful spear strike that inflicts incredible damage upon the enemy, but he can't use it too often. Well, there is... Now, how am I going to sneak up on him? I mean, really, it's not really all that easy a thing to do, right? I could open up with that. Okay. Well, I can really get him in there. Now, of course, part of the legend that I have heard is that Folka didn't exactly survive this encounter or something like that. So I'm just hearing this in a little bit more detail than usual. Alright, well, alright, so we can... How long does this thing stun him for? 12-second stun. That's a nice stun in there. So I presume that there is a cooldown on the stun effect, of course, because there is that usual little thing. So maybe, but there is a short... the boar of Everholt has sustained grave injuries. Alright, it's down. Let's now verify that everything's okay. The failed boar of Everholt collapses in pain as it overcomes you as a vicious wound, suffering during battle. Oh, White Mountain orcs are coming here. What are they up to? They are worshipping the boar. Aha! Well, apparently they think that getting rid of Folka is good enough for them to make this their totem. The orcs will rise and we will take our vengeance upon the line of Folka. Aha, yes they will. That's That's apparently why these orcs are worshipping boars.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Do you know, I never made the connection until now. These orcs must be descendants of the White Mountain orcs from King Folka's time. It appears that they took on the appearance of the boars, who were ultimately responsible for Folka's demise. As if the situation were not already dire, these orcs do not wish simply to attack. They seek vengeance. We must attempt to speak with Kultha again. He must know this. And how are we going to manage to do that? Let me select this first.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
The boar tribe is dangerous and needs to be dealt with swiftly. I'm afraid that if they are not stopped soon, they will only grow stronger. Our numbers here in the East Fold are low and reinforcements will not be coming anytime soon. That appears to be Kuthing approaching. He's the Thane's son. We would make sure that he's not too badly injured. What? Oh, he doesn't seem to be in the best shape. Uh-huh. Well, I hope you're willing to help us in figuring out all this trouble. The hunting party was small, but we were overtaken quickly by the orcs. I managed to escape, but I cannot say the same for the rest of my party. These orcs appear to be living in tunnels within the White Mountains. You may be correct regarding their origin. They could be the remnant of King Folka's crusade to destroy the orcs of the White Mountains. If that's true, they have been biding their time. Well, they usually like waiting for the worst moment before they do something.
What brings you to these lands?
We know where they live, and perhaps the connection to King Folka. Let me consider this for a moment.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
We have more information now than the last time we spoke to Thane Koltha. Perhaps he will reconsider his position. Go to the meat hall and speak with him once more and see if he'll provide us with some assistance. Very well. We will return to the Thane and see if his mood has improved. And we'll find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pine Leaf.